You're wondering why you're breaking out and get all the breakouts, even if your skincare is just perfect? Well, you should think about your skin gut axis, so about food you're taking or supplements you're taking, which makes things better or worse. So today I would like to talk about 10 things you should consider, 4 which you should not, and 6 which you should increase to kind of reduce your breakouts on an everyday basis. Hi, my name is Dr. I'm a board-certified dermatologist here in beautiful Zurich. Thank you for being with me. And all the patients all over the world are coming to me because they want to have great skin, and I put them on a training program because I'm the skin trainer. Anyway, today it's about how to reduce your kind of breakouts with food or ingredients. So let's start what I'm always asking all my patients who are coming to the office. I'm asking, so, because I see they went through the bodybuilding, because they have really nice muscles, and I say, okay, you take whey protein, don't you? And they say, yes, of course. Okay, since when you have this heavy breakout? Oh, since 2 months. Okay, since when did you started your whey protein? And they were thinking, I was saying, oh yeah, since 2 months. It's like, exactly, because there's a correlation that whey protein actually pushing your acne breakouts if you have a tendency towards it. So, and this comes to the next point, because in this whey protein, most of the time there's a huge amount of B12 and B6. Look at the other side and look what's standing in it. Exactly, B6 and B12. And what is B6 and B12 doing? Boom, it's increasing your breakouts if you are having a tendency to it. So 2 things in one, right? So stop taking whey protein and reducing extra B12 and B6 if you don't need it. If it's a medical condition because you're vegan and you should take it, then try to kind of do a low dose, but always, of course, medical first. Number 3 is sugar. I had done a YouTube video about the enemy of beauty, sugar. Yeah, I'm talking about high glycemic index. So literally, it's not sugar, it's all words around sugar. So glucose. So everything what is high processed in food, everything what you're not cooking, everything what is kind of really heavily sweet, try to avoid it because it will trigger your breakouts. And as I mentioned, processed food, try to avoid, try to cook by yourself as you did it in the corona pandemics. So these are 4 things you should avoid. So what 6 things you could actually do to help? So number 1 is zinc. There is a correlation in certain studies that zinc intake helps to reduce your breakouts. But be careful because zinc is taking copper away. So if you take zinc supplementations, don't do it over a long time. Do it over a short period of time, 2 or 3 months, and then make a break. Never take it longer. This is, for example, here in Switzerland, the zinc consumption free available is reduced to 5.3 milligram because really the government wants to avoid that you're taking it too long in high concentrations. So therefore maybe consult a dermatologist for higher concentrations. The number 2, there is a correlation about vitamin D. So I always suggest measure your vitamin D, and low vitamin D there are studies showing that people with acne breakouts are having a low vitamin D. So it's absolutely worth to take vitamin D. But also remember, don't overdo. Right now, 2,000 units are recommended. Number 3 is definitely omega-3. Omega-3 is reducing your inflammation. So this is something you should consider taking, or if not, eat kind of food rich in omega-3 like fish, or even kind of linseed oils and different good oils makes absolutely sense to include into your diet. Next thing is probiotics. Probiotics are really a lot of studies showing that probiotics can really help to kind of stable your skin condition. So therefore it's worthwhile looking at it. For example, Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus paracasei, Lactobacillus kind of breve. There are different lactobacillus really helping. So look at probiotics in general. They will help you to kind of balance your skin gut axis. Even if you have rednesses in your face, think about L-glutamine. L-glutamine is a wonderful ingredient who seals your gut. This is an interesting ingredient which we will talk about redness and skin and redness and food. Nevertheless, you might Here, Boswellia extract. In German we call it Weihrauch. You know this from the church where you kind of smell it, but it's actually something what is wonderful anti-inflammatory. So look for supplements with Boswellia extract, not too high in concentration, please, really what is available, and look always on the package. Don't extend the kind of amount which is written on. So these are my absolutely favorites you should take in consideration, but always remember, best thing is really if you cook by yourself, try to avoid any processed food, any extra intake of sugar, then you, of course, your kind of inflammation will kind of fade. But never forget, it's always like a Swiss watch. A couple of wheels have to move before the big hand is moving. So therefore, a perfect kind of skincare regime, less is more, and the correct food, avoiding everything extra, is the key to get your breakouts under control. So I hope this helps you. Send it to a friend who kind of needs some information, is suffering from this, and you want to help him. Share it to a friend, as I mentioned. Give me some comments, ask me some questions. See you then, your Dr. Liv.